do this every day to change your world, change the world that you experience, change your life to the life that you long to live. Now, there've been a few updates to the intentionality process, and I would like to share that with people. So if you're someone who's done one-on-one sessions with me and you would like those updates, please just send me an email, because there will be a specific process that is right for you, and I will send that to you. If you're someone who's done group sessions, well, you will understand the power of intentionality, and by all means follow this advice. Things will begin to sink in a little more deeply. If you've never done any sessions with me, then that is absolutely fine, so long as you have the desire to up-level your experience of life and improve that which you experience, and hopefully live a life that's more aligned with the deepest longings of your soul. Now, if you've used your perception to teach yourself the world, which is pretty much what everybody does. You just go through life and you experience whatever you experience, which is your perception. What you experience is what you perceive. And if you've used your perception as the means via which you determine what is real, the means via which you determine what reality is, as in you see something and then you feel something, and because you feel emotions or have feelings and you've seen a visual, well, you tell yourself that that is absolutely true. That's pretty much how everybody uses their perception. And then whatever you've experienced, you store that experience to memory, and you use that in the future to sort of reference back and understand situations and people and places and things in the future based on your understanding of the world that you've stored in your memory and experience. That's pretty much what everybody does, but that is completely upside down from how perception actually truly works. So if you've learnt the world that way, which again is what pretty much everyone will have done, what you will have done is you will have learnt the world through limitation. You will have learnt the world through your own physical limitations and limitations of the mind, and limitations of the belief system that you're operating, and limitations within the faith system that you're operating. And again, that's limited learning, and you'll have a limited experience of life. You have a limited output, and there'll be pain, and there'll be sickness, and there'll be dysfunction, and there'll be lower level emotions like anger and frustration and sadness, and all of that will just form part of your reality. And you'll almost certainly be wholly and completely accepting of that and not know any different. Now, if you use a true intention, you can use intentionality to reinterpret the world. You can reinterpret your understanding of the world. You can reinterpret your perception. You can reinterpret what is actually going on in your mind. You would need to have a real intention. You would need to have something that exists in real reality. You would need to have something that is aligned with truth. So you couldn't just make up an intentionality that I would like to be intentional about manifesting a brand new red sports car, or something arbitrary or something material. It would need to be something that actually exists in real reality, like love or joy or freedom or abundance or peace or effortlessness. Something that's actually real, something that's actually true, and something that exists in real reality. When you align your mind with that, what you're doing is you're becoming intentional about what you are determined to see, how you are determined to perceive. And now you have an idea in your mind of how situations are actually supposed to look. And when you have an idea of how situations are supposed to look, well, then you have a guide. You have a guide in all situations. So if you set an intentionality for peace, well, then every single situation, because peace is real, because peace is eternal, it must exist in every time. If it's real, well, peace exists in oneness. So something that exists somewhere in oneness, or anywhere in oneness, must exist everywhere in oneness, which would mean that peace exists in every space. So peace, if it exists in every space and every time, it will be available for you in every single moment of your life, no matter where you go or no matter when you exist. That peace must be available. And if you are intentional about seeing it, well, then you can reinterpret your perception. You can simply find, you can ask for, you can receive, you can reinterpret your perception such that you'll be able to see and experience peace in every situation, which would then have your mind relearning the world via a new lens of understanding, a new lens of perception, which is formulated from the emotion of peace, or from the experience of peace, or from the state of being or state of mind of peace. Now, once you set that intention, some level of your attention will always be placed on your intention. And so you'll simply be aware when you actually go off track, or when you're living incongruent to peace. You'll have an awareness of that, and then you'll be able to take a conscious step to bring yourself back into alignment with it. But the simple thing that I really want to share with this intention is that you need to set the intention, you need to make it important, you need to give it trust. There are three simple key steps. And again, there's more depth to that if you want to go deeper on that. But a really simple process that is incredibly powerful is you can just sit and make a 6-minute meditation every single morning. Do a meditation for 6 minutes on your intentionality, and allow the awareness of your intentionality to just exist throughout the day that's ahead of you. So you go to the meetings and you go to the different situations and you go to the different places that you think that you're most likely to experience in the day ahead of you, and you allow that intentionality, you allow your awareness of that intentionality to exist in those spaces. And when you do that, you're priming the mind for what it's going to see, for what you know exists there. And when you arrive at those moments or similar moments, you're already expecting to see, your mind is already anticipating that it's going to find peace. And so it will go looking for it. Your perception can only ever go out there and confirm for you that what you believe is right. So if you become intentional in the morning about what you believe, in this case peace, well, when you arrive at those moments, your perception is already going out there and looking for all the reasons why what you believe is right. It will go and find the reasons why and how peace exists for you in those moments. And you'll find yourself living in a more peaceful world far more quickly. Now, you can meditate for longer if you choose to, but at a minimum, once you have set the intention, once you become clear about it, once you have an awareness of it, which if you've done those sessions with me, you will absolutely know how to do, and probably at a greater level of depth and understanding, but you'll know how to do that. Once you've done that, go and have that 6-minute meditation. One really simple way that I recommend with people is just set an alarm. Once you've set an alarm, hit snooze, and in that 9 minutes or so while your alarm is snoozing, you can just get through this process and you can literally have your whole day reinterpreted before you even start. So become intentional in the morning and then do a minimum 6-minute meditation. You can meditate longer if you choose to, but see your intentionality throughout the entirety of your day, and then just go out, live in that new level of mind, in that new level of experience. Celebrate every single time that you connect with your intention, and you can get on with living the life that you long to live. Now, if you want to know more about that, or you want to really truly live that life, then you would be absolutely welcome to come along to one of the group sessions that we have, because that is an incredible space where you can really truly reinterpret the mind and reinterpret the world that you experience. If you want to do that on a one-on-one level, well, then we go deeper on that intentionality as well. But if that feels right, then hit the link below or go to the website and book in. But we would absolutely love to see you, and would love to have more people sharing in this, because you simply go out there and you absolutely change the world.